Oh, what do I say? What is the catchphrase?
You aren't worried about it.
Yeah,
You're
you
first.
were.
Yeah, you were.
You got this.
You had it.
What
First, no problems.
Out of everybody.
do I
Blazed the
say,
trail.
guys? Does anybody remember?
We're playing Divinities. We do Daggerheart stuff. We roll dice.
I swear to God, someone's gonna put the thing into the final brain cells. That bazinga. That's what
That
I
is
say.
what we
That
say.
is what she says verbatim.
I say,
Screen's just joking.
hi everyone, and welcome to the Fate Divinities. Oh wait, hi everyone. I'm Rachel, and I'm Divinity. That's how it goes, right? Okay. I got it. All right, here we go. Ready?
And action.
Hi everyone. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Steven.
And I'm Chris.
And I'm Kayla.
And I'm Justin.
And we are the Faint Divinities, a channel dedicated to talking, playing, everything about Daggerheart, which is the new tabletop RPG from Critical Role and Darrington Press, their publishing house, which is still technically, I guess it's not the open beta at this point, but in development and set for release in spring of 2025, which it is, guys. It's at time of filming, February of 2025. I don't know when this will go live to YouTube, but that's where we are right now. So it's right around the corner. I really think it's going to be March, but we will just have to see. For those of you in chat, all of our friends and family, thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate the final brain cell. Nailed it first try. Thank you. And listen,
That is what we did.
At some point, it's just muscle memory, you know? So, but we have been away on a weird hiatus, starting with, it was basically going to be Thanksgiving, and we were like, oh, we won't be here next week because Thanksgiving. And then Chris and I moved for Los Angeles reasons, just because that's where job offers were and stuff. And then PAX Unplugged, Christmas, New Year's, and then Los Angeles fires 3 weeks after we got here. So it was a strong 2 months, and we missed you guys a lot, and we missed playing Daggerheart, and we're very excited to be back here. But yeah. Oh, Steven, I feel like you were gonna say something.
No, I'm excited to be back.
Yeah, I know. So also bear with us while we're getting started on this, because we haven't played this game in a while, and you know we're gonna get that. Also remember, for the folks at home, that if you are watching this in the future and the actual version is out and you're watching the rules that we're doing and like they're playing it wrong, no, we're not. This is the version that we're playing with. Its rules, it's the 1.5 rule set. So that's the last little thing. And last announcement that I have is, any of you that are going to be at Gamma in Kentucky, February, I think 25th through the 28th, I will be there too. I'm going to be GMing more Daggerheart with Darrington Press, and I'm very excited about it. So we're doing one day only. You heard it here first. I don't even know if it's been announced, but we're only really there on the 27th. So come play with us then. Yeah, one day only. So, okay. Did you guys have anything to say, anything to add, any announcements?
I was curious. Do you know if you're getting to play with the final rules for that one?
I don't believe so. I think we are staying in 1.5 even for that one. I know that we're doing Sablewood Messengers, and I know that for anybody who came to PAX Unplugged, we're doing that 45-minute little taster sessions. So I'll be exhausted. It's somehow crazier than a 4-hour session, and I don't really know how, but it's crazy. But yeah, that's a lot of fun. Hi, Major Paul. I love the little dancing dino. He's very cute. All right. Okay. If there's nothing else, then we're going to dive in. This is going to be a little bit of a recap session, unless you guys are just ready to go. Do y'all remember everything that's happened, or should I give you some information? 2 months.
Gimbo died. I'm someone else now.
That's true. Valid.
We went shopping.
You did.
Ready either
you
way.
did. Okay. So, a very brief recap. The last 2 episodes were a single day, and very early in the day. after we had wrapped up the Marauders of Windfall, you had all boarded onto the Crimson Cloud, Calliope Crimson ship, and you had sailed together with the crew to Kymerghen, where you disembarked. Remember, Kymerghen is set in the Kinekozan Jags, and it is a fantastical place where the lands shift and rise, fall, and this specific mountain range remains tethered because of arcane buoys. Now, because Gimbo had passed, you have taken on another member of the team, Delver, a shrewman, a fungrel human person who is actually from the depths, an area below the city of Kymerghen, inside of the mountain itself. He had volunteered kind of to show your group around, and Barnacle had as well. Barnacle, the rivet rogue that you had met in your time aboard the ship. Now, to give you guys a recap of some of your little tasks that you might have forgotten about, okay? First, you know that you need to descend into the depths because you are on the hunt, or the fish, for the Kojiki Koi, promised to be somewhere in the depths. You've found a fisherman sensei. You've also gotten a fishing pole, I believe at least one, while you were in the shopping episode last time. But other things to take note of. Jimbo's body is an outstanding item. You know that you left him aboard the Crimson Cloud because Barnacle had said he knew a contact that was going to pick him up in the afternoon and take him to a location that Barnacle would then take you to. So you know that that's still outstanding for the day that's coming up. Other than that, y'all had found yourself an establishment there at to stay in with its themed rooms inside of the Whetstone's Whistle. Kayla's room was outfitted as a ship, as like a pirate theme, exactly. I believe that Justin Delver's room was safari themed. We had Tinkerbell's was ninja kind of warrior rogue themed, and then Bill and Ted's room was the heart-shaped bed with the waterfall in the background. Yeah. And you're getting free stay, free room and board for the next basically 2 weeks until year's end and the festival. Because during that time period, you actually encountered and made contact with the Fighters Guild, the Unyielding Redanzians, who are the Fighters Guild of Redanzia and also Kymerghen, led by Megara, Meg, a fawn woman. You had really shown a test of strength to Vi, and let's see, Meg also. We had Jax, the goblin human. Lots of folks down there that you had made friends with. Maybe, if everyone remembers. Yeah. And then after that, you did know that y'all wanted to get some supplies. You've been adventuring for a while and haven't been able to find a really good shop. So you stumbled across to a place with Barnacle, Katha's Curious, where curiosity never killed anybody. A place where Kajita's wears, although she's a Qatari in Daggerheart. And she had a ton of stuff. Y'all got staff, swords, tooth-shaped blood, yes, shields. You got armor made of little rocks. You got health croissants and a cookbook to make health potions, by the way. Yeah, a rat, yes. Y'all got it, had everything.
It was a good shop.
Also, it was a good shop. And Katha was very excited to have people come in and everything, knowing also that she's connected to a guild of Qatari through her magically enchanted atrium, so that you can visit her some other time if you're in a different location. So y'all really helped to put her on the map. I would like to remind you guys that as y'all left, y'all made a performance check, and a bustling crowd came in to shop her store. She was very thankful for that. Lastly, Barnacle is making amends. Barnacle has the apology tour going on. First, she got in trouble with Lee at the Behind the Waterfall Inn. Meg wants her shit back. And then also Katha, Katha he's going to be on the
The
search for
ring.
some wedding rings. Yeah,
Mhm.
so
With that
Who
lovely
was the,
couple from Redonzia.
yeah.
Gene Street and myself, could you remind us like who the shopkeep's rival was?
Yeah, that
Of
one
course.
from another town.
Tom.
He's
Yeah.
His name
Tomcat.
was Tom.
Yeah.
He's from Cerulean. He's from Cerulean, and I think he had even peeked into the shop at one point to make a request of, you're not doing very well, Catherine. Do you mind if I have a few of your little health potions? But you guys, very, very helpful to Catherine herself, because you all the great, great customers, very busy. Goodbye, Tom, forever. I hate you, So you did a very good job. So, but yeah, and Gene Screen, God, I hate Tom. We all do. That guy sucks.
He was pretty terrible.
Yeah. And that's a rapid fire recap, though I probably talked for like 7 or 8 minutes.
It's really the guys that just have generic names. Tom. Well, it was Kevin, right? Kevin was the guard.
that is probably part of it. Yeah. Maybe that's what it is I don't want to think too much about those NPCs. Well, Tom is an exception, though. It's just a ton of cat jokes. What is it? Kevin was a saint. I miss Kevin with all of my heart. I wonder what shenanigans he's up to in Black Gum Hollow. You know what I mean? Okay, but that really, I think, is most of a recap. I know that, the only other piece of lore that we're kind of haven't gotten into is what's happening here in Kymerghen. Because remember, you've gotten a lot of information about the mystical nature of this area. It is kind of home to an energy source that helps those tectonic plates shift. There is a kind of monolith that apparently it is shaped as a person of some kind that is deep within the depths itself, and in certain areas you can see parts of it, an arm that are reaching up. You know that when you first go down, you allegedly will first encounter Finger's Reach, where apparently the hand of this monolith were reaching up through the stone and looks like rock. So you know that is that. And you also do know that you're going to need to go down into the depths itself to get to a very mysterious wall that calls to you and has answers for questions that you might seek, though you will have to give an answer or a secret in return to have access.
And we're supposed to ask about Meg's partner. It's just like an extra, because Drila is missing.
Yeah, Drila. Yeah, because she remember that the Fighters Guild had lost some of their members. That's why you got inducted so quickly, is they had lost some of their members in the mines, in the depths, in the caverns themselves. One of those people was Drila, Meg's partner, who and Meg had actually sent you with a question and answer stone herself. Yep. But yeah, so I think that really is most of the items. So any questions, anything that you have for me?
Great recap. What a setup.
It was beautiful.
Thanks.
I'm right
What
back
was Sensei Fisherman? What was
I have
his name?
Merrick.
Merrick.
Merrick and Gorm are the two orc gentlemen that when you first met them, they were elderly orcs. They're kind of having breakfast, but actually you were told by Meg that there's a statue of those guys in the Shade's Cradle down below, because they had made a small fortune from a cache of ancient question and answer stones and really, become pillars of the community, gotten themselves out. It's a lot, guys.
And
Yeah.
Rachel, can you remind me, is the alchemical sanctum here at this location, or is that down below?
It's definitely in the middle, and that is literally, by the way, what this section of Kymerghen is known as by the locals, is the middle. There's Redonzia, which is the precipice that lifts off. There's the middle, and then there's Shade's Cradle, which is down below before you would navigate down to the depths. But yeah, the alchemical sanctum. Which I know that Jackson you had talked about, and Delver had already known about the alchemical sanctum. Said he had some friends there. Yeah. Great questions. Great questions, guys. Anything else? Okay. All right. Well, I mean, like, obviously, it's been 2 months, guys. So I know that we're going to need to settle back into this. I figured tonight's going to be a little bit light stuff, just to let us sink back in and everything. Remember that where we had left off, you had just exited Katha's, and you were standing there in the streets, a bustling crowd after your group had been like, oh my God, there are such good things in there. Thank you so much, Katha. That was amazing. Like, a large crowd had begun winding into there. So you're kind of pushing through the other people who, now that they're seeing others kind of head in, the kind of culture of Kymerghen is a scarcity place, so they're all kind of like looking anxious about getting their hands on whatever is so great inside of this shop. And Katha gives you all a little wink as she's okay, come in, and she exits back in with the little bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Let's walk at you on inflation.
Inflation.
So, and Barnacle at this point, remember, his facade fading, no longer looking like a halfling. He's there. He's wearing an apron, by the way, remember, that says Katha's Curios, and he's just like trying to tuck it to look a little cooler and stuff. It's not working. Like, so where are we going? Can we go somewhere fun? It's kind of a hard day.
I mean, yeah. Do you know some fun places? Because we're new to town.
I mean, we just went to, like, fought at a bar, went shopping. That seems pretty fun so far.
Yeah, you haven't been. You've not led us astray yet.
Well, I really like stealing stuff, but y'all said I can't, so I don't know. Like, we could go drinking, but it's real early, and I know we have to Gimbo, and I just maybe I don't know, you guys. What do y'all think? What do y'all need to do? New leaf, Barnacle. What do you guys need from me?
Well, how much longer until Jimbo's body needs to be where it's going?
Great question.
What's the timeline on that?
And he's gonna like gaze off in the distance, and you can see, following his eye line, that he's looking towards the edge of the cavern, because remember, Kymerghen is set inside of a mountain, so you're looking around, and off in the distance you can see that he's looking at stones that seem to be held aloft in a circle, and at one of the areas there are several stones inset. He's like, oh, that's a good question. It's just now, the sun's probably right at high, so probably right about now, guys. Should we head down?
Yeah,
absolutely, Barnacle.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. And he's gonna like, he's gonna look down at the apron and look back up to the shop. Do I have to keep wearing this? Do you think it would be okay if I took it off?
No, you should keep it on. That's good advertising. Yeah, that's gonna really help Katha. Yeah.
But you roll it into like a headband where it still shows the brand.
Oh yeah,
that.
could I do that? All right. And so
Yeah.
he's gonna rip it off, and he's muttering to himself. He is leading the way for you guys, but he's like kind of fussing over this apron and stuff at this point, trying to make a bandana for himself. He's like, I'm gonna look so cool. So at this point, remember, you guys are in that middle area. So the gondolas are up above you guys, and you are seeing spread out across the caverns various ways of traversing. There are steep stairs. There are those spiders that crawl up and down. There are the waterfall lifts where the hydraulics have been set up to take you up and down. He seems to be leading you to one of those areas where the water actually does seem to be creating that, winding down the edge of the cavern. As you're descending down, it is getting much more busy. Kappas, and remember, behind the waterfall inn, we're so close to the waterfall that it's very loud. A lot of people don't have their businesses there, but it is getting quieter. Is there anything that you guys are looking for specifically, or are you just following along? Anything that you're doing?
I'm poor, so I'm just following.
Yeah.
I think most of you are poor at this point, right? Except for Nora's maybe doing okay.
I have 2 bags.
2 bags.
And no, it's 2 bags. I had over so I got it.
Okay, great. Then he is going to continue leading you down. You do take one of those elevators again, stepping on a giant flat stone that is lifted by a waterfall. And at some point, the water kind of diminishes. And for a second, your stomach catches as it falls. But then the water lifts you gently down to a lower level. And this area, less of the sunlight is peeking through, though you can still see quite a ways to go down. But everything on this street, first of all, the light doesn't come as far down here. Most of it is lit by those blue lines that I had said are kind of ley lines of energy carrying light throughout the city. That's most of the light, except for lampposts that are illuminated with kind of a warm, rich light. It almost looks like night down here. And as you are kind of walking along, it's colder. So Barnacle is kind of, after he's affixed a headband and gotten confirmation it looks okay, he's kind of like wrapping stuff around himself. He's, I never get used to it down here. And he's kind of continuing down and around. So, hi, Lasombra. Good to see you. You have all of our emotes. I love that so much. All right.
We're going down. I will kind of like do something to like cause my like my new staff to like light up, just to give us a little walking light.
Ooh, beautiful. Warm light, cool light.
Cool light.
Cool light. I love that.
Well,
Okay.
some nice blue.
Yeah, I love that. And that does kind of match a lot of the vibe down here. You can see that there is a blue glow, actually. Now that your eyes are adjusting down here, there's a blue glow coming from down below, far down. And you can actually hear some echoes the way that a cavern with a deep bottom of water echoes. But the people are still bustling around down here. It's not a dead area by any means, and it's still relatively nice. At one point, you very briefly lose sight of Barnacle because he dips down an alleyway. And following him down, you can see that he is traveling further into the crust of the mountain. And finally, you arrive at what is kind of like a brownstone with steps leading down. Yes, and atop it, it has a very beautiful plaque with elegant writing on it that's called the Farewell House. Oh. And he kind of steps there and he like steps to the side and everything and kind of pulls off his bandana and is holding it there in front of him. So this is Miss Keepwell. Miss Keepwell. She should be in at this point. I could give you guys a minute alone if you'd like.
Thank you, Barnacle. That's very sweet. We would appreciate that.
We would.
Okay. Well,
You want me to wait outside?
What?
You want me to wait outside as well?
Yeah, me and Delver, we can hang out here. Hang back.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. Probably not right to have the body of the man that, killed him in there with him.
Why don't you get used to it?
All right. So you three, what are you guys doing? You see the steps that lead down. This is a beautiful building. Ask any questions. Add anything that you want to the building to itself. What are you doing?
So like, is this building like freestanding, or is it like in in the?
It's a city, so there's like a wall of buildings. This is like a New York or like Manhattan, Brooklyn. Yeah.
Okay.
Chris, you had a question. What were you saying?
Oh, it was reminding me of I know you read Game of Thrones. You know that like when they're in Bravos and they go in and there's like the House of the Dead or whatever.
Yeah.
And they have those pillars with the skulls. Is it
Okay.
like that?
Sure, it can be. If you'd like that, absolutely. Though it's certainly not meant to be. I would say that they are placed in a respectful way. It's certainly not meant to be a horrifying ordeal. So,
Not ominous.
But yes, not ominous. Not meant to be ominous. It was supposed to be when I was going to get here for the Halloween one-shot, guys, but we didn't make it here, so we did something else. Yeah. But yeah,
I'm gonna
so
say it's got like a big window in the front, and it's got like a scene set out with like their nicest casket. There's nothing in it, but it's like got flowers spilling out of it. It's very
Sure.
lovely, very, demure,
Absolutely.
mindful.
Incredible.
classy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you've already walked down and into, and there that is. What color are those flowers?
Let's do blue because we're doing the cool,
Yeah.
some forget-me-nots, some violets, stuff like that.
And I'll give you that as you are seeing that, you are seeing a woman who is kind of standing there and arranging some of the flowers in now. She is a tall, she's quite thin, elven woman. You can see even from the back. She has quite upright, elegant posture, and her hair is entirely gray, and then long sheets down her back. She's wearing like a long black dress, and as she hears your footsteps kind of echoing off of the stone, she kind of turns and smiles. Come in. Welcome to the Farewell House. How can I help you? How can I be of service today?
Well, we had a companion of ours pass, and we were just looking for someone that might be able to send his body home.
Sure, absolutely. That's what we do here. My name's Bristol.
Bristol.
Bristol Keepwell.
Pleasure. I'm Teddy.
And I am so sorry to hear about your loss. So, where is the your friend?
Did he get sent here? I can't remember. They sent him, right?
Are you the friends of Gimbo and Barnacle?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear about your loss. We've transported him with the utmost respect, and it's good to. So then, Tedios, you'll be Miss Honora and Tank. All right. If you're ready to say goodbyes, I can show you to his resting place.
Okay.
That'd be nice.
And she's going to, as she's walking past the flowers, you can see that she kind of stops and gathers some flowers into her arms, and there takes them for each of you. If, depending on where you're from, sometimes it's traditional to leave a gift. I'm not sure if you've brought anything, so, and she kind of hands, you can see that she does these, there is a high level of propriety here, and she's handing you each kind of handfuls of flowers that you're holding to yourselves, okay? She leads you down this long corridor, and finally you can see that the light grows a little bit warm where some of these lanterns are lit. And turning to her left, you see what is a smaller room. And this is, you guys describe to me this room. Describe to me the room where Gimbo has been brought.
It's probably like a large table that he's set on, which is kind of odd because he's not tall. And I'd say like it's maybe not like a metal table or anything, but like a stone like slab that's kind of set towards the center of the room with coves kind of cut into the side where tools might be kept in the side of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's like wood paneled, and even the door that we went to was like a hidden door. You know how they have in funeral homes, so it was like wood paneled too that popped open. So very pretty in there, but it's really just a viewing area. So it's his body on the table, wood paneled wood.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Like simple but comfortably dwarven. I think Gimbo would have liked it.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So she walks you in, and you can see Gimbo is there, like we all said, laying on the table. Justin, is there anything you want to add to the final little moment here?
I wanted to see if someone could remind me. Did someone take his hat off and keep it, or do something with it after he passed?
I did take his hat.
Never mind, all good.
Okay. All right. So, Bristol Keepwell, and she is standing there kind of with her hands together, and she gestures to Gimbo and says, now, do we have the address to where he'll be sent?
We're sending him to the Yin clan. They're based atop the mountain, housing the Yin tree.
To the west of Cerulean, then.
Correct.
Sure. Absolutely.
And I don't know the exact kind of address, but Tedios would be able to put together more detailed directions for her.
All right. And is there any language, any paperwork that you'd like to send alongside him to his kin, his family?
And then I'll pull the note that I had written up and hand that over to her.
Okay. All right. Perfect. And she's going to actually she looks it over just briefly, and you do see that she kind of makes she furrows her brow kind of respectfully, and then she's going to roll it up as a scroll, and she does step to the side and put a wax seal onto it with a small skull there on it. And she kind of explains, just to ensure that it reaches the correct people and only they reach it. So, all right. Is there anything else that we need to do to prepare him?
Nora's just looking at him and trying not to cry because he's cleaner than he has ever been in his entire life. There's no dirt on him anywhere. And
He's so vulnerable.
Yeah. And in point of fact, he's been changed into different clothing. Like his clothing are set to the side, his personal belongings. But he himself is dressed very nicely. You can also see that his hair has been combed. You know, he even, and this is a little morbid, but he has a nice fragrance of lilies that seem to be around him, which you wouldn't have noticed ever on Gimbo before.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that you do notice, though, is that she seems to have intentionally left the dirt under his fingernails.
Oh, that's very cute of her.
Having heard where he was from, so that he has a little bit of that. So with that, she's going to, all right, then we'll take care of everything. I'll give you one last moment alone, and I'll be waiting outside whenever you're ready. And she's going to kind of bow gently and step outside into the atrium. You guys have the room. Anything that you'd like to do in this last moment? This is the final farewell to Gimbo.
Fairies from my hometown believe that death is a deep dream, so we like to put a little tooth offering in the resting place of people who pass. So I'm gonna put a little offering of the one of the wyvern teeth from the ship, because that was a great shot when he sniped one out of the thing. So I'm gonna put that there in hopes that he has a nice little send off.
Mm-hmm.
I'll walk up and I'll kind of pat him softly and say, well, Gimbo, I hate that you did this. And you'll have to just be with us in our memories now. But I'm keeping your pickaxe. But I can't leave you unarmed, so I'm going to give you my comma. And I'll pull out my comma and wrap it up and set it with his belongings. Hopefully this will keep you safe on your journey. I'll just step back away.
And I'm gonna stroll up. I'm gonna leave the flowers in there with him and everything. Again, she's trying not to cry, and she's like, "You served the Princess Guard very well. Thank you for your service." And she just breaks down and she runs out of the room. Very dramatic.
Bill
God,
follows.
oh my.
Oh,
Oh,
Love him.
emotional
The emotional
support
support
chicken.
he's doing his job.
As you run out, she is kind of standing right there, and as you exit and kind of turn to her, she smiles gently and steps forward with a handkerchief and kind of hands it to you, just for you to keep. For you to keep.
Oh my goodness. It's blue. It's embroidered with more lilies and stuff. And she's like, thank you so much. She gets
I
it dirty
understand.
immediately.
That's fine. Yeah. All right. And then, anything else, guys, or are you following along?
Yeah, I'll follow out after that with just like kind of a last quick over the shoulder glance, and then I'll exit the room.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you leave the room, and as you do, she closes that door, the paneling disappearing for a moment, kind of that final farewell. And she turns back to you all and says, I do understand that this can be difficult, but just remember that the only reason to ever be sad is because you remember the joy that that person brought you. And should you ever need anything, I'll be here. Thank you so much. And she's going to walk you all out and everything. And it's one of those moments that feels both very long and too short. As you guys are climbing the steps, that surreal moment kicks in of it being done. The job, the thing that you've dreaded all day happening took moments, really. Though in reality, you were there for 30 minutes.
Oh, sad.
Yeah.
We're done. We're done. All right,
I am
guys.
going to stop and use this point to rally everybody just because we need that.
Beautiful.
I'm just going to be like, this day, no, we can do nothing harder. So it's all downhill from here, boys. We're fine.
Good. Okay. All right, so that's a D6 for everyone, right?
As soon as I get
Yeah,
back,
they-
I'm
Thank you. Nora.
over there with the frog friend. I'm just like, see, I told you I can make this rock taste like donuts. Oh, they're back. What?
Oh,
I'm just up there with the other guy hanging out.
Yeah, he's there like he as you guys are exiting, he's there with the rock and he's like with his tongue out at it, his frog tongue, and as you like, then he just drops the rock and says, "We weren't doing any. How'd it go? Is it? Are you okay?
Is
Do you need a nap?"
no.
Thank you, Butterfly. Very kind of you. I think we're okay.
Okay. All right. Whew. Okay. Well, been a while since I had to do this kind of a thing. All right. Well, what are we doing though?
What are we doing?
Are we trying to go fishing today, or is that tomorrow thing? We only got like 3 days to get back.
Well, the ship leaves in 3 days, but I mean, are you guys coming with us, or are y'all going somewhere else? What are y'all doing?
I mean,
We got that turning in 2.5 weeks. I know that for sure.
That was longer than I thought.
Whoa, wait, y'all got into the... Oh, because the Fighters Guild. Y'all got into that, though? That's elite. Whoa.
Well, you know.
Easy.
Okay,
We
all
are.
right.
Thank you for noticing.
Okay, so if y'all are here for a little while until the end of the year, then we'll be sailing off without you guys, huh?
Probably
Don't we have a
so.
pirate whistle
Might
somewhere?
be.
Did I make that up?
Yeah, you have a brass whistle from Calliope Crimson. It's a magically enchanted whistle that she gave you that will effectively call her and let you know let her know where your location is when you do it. It's not going to get her there quickly, but she'll immediately know that you're summoning her. Yeah.
We can book an Uber. We can't summon it
Yes,
immediately.
exactly. But we have to wait for the Uber. Very good. Very smart. Very clever.
Well, listen, I mean, so I have some stuff that I gotta do. You know, I gotta like go get some rings. I gotta talk to Meg. Is there anything else you guys need from me?
I mean,
really
no,
smart.
not necessarily. We do have to be here for a while, so I guess we can just go exploring.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
But be good. Remember, we're turning over a new leaf now. You're not stealing. You're nice, Barnacle.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. Listen, if I'll try it, it's
I got faith.
yeah.
hmm
Okay.
You're very smart. I can tell. Very smart, Ribbit.
And we're gonna ride on the persuasion. I know that you were very effective on your persuasion checks last time with him. So you do he it's hard. The crazy waters run deep, you know? But you are seeing he really wants to try. Would you like to go ahead and make one final presence check to see how effective this is gonna stick with him?
I shall. Okay. I'm not going to use any of my experience. Oh, God.
Okay.
I do remind Barnacle, like, if you need, just, for the next little bit, you can still communicate with me, because you ate my mushroom. So if you need anything,
Right, you're in my head.
just near
I'm
time.
worried about this. I might not have passed it. It is a 12 with tough.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep that to myself.
Just keep it to
But
yourself.
you do get some help and everything. And you can see like it's touch and go right now. He definitely, the problem is you need positive foundational building blocks to cement good behaviors. He's had a hard day of turning over the leaf, It wasn't like he got a lot of rewards for it. It's been hard. But you do see that he even if he's doubtful, he does want to try. I'm going to make a little roll over here on my side. Okay. All right.
Interesting.
Serious.
Okay. All right, guys. So with that, he's going to he puts the bandana back on his head and kind of puffs up his chest and is like, all right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be a good guy. Good guy, Barnacle. Kath is curious. Gotta talk to Meg. Okay. All right. Well. Okay.
We believe in you.
Guys. Yeah. Thanks.
Good luck. Bye.
Goodbye. You guys know how to get to the depths, right, Delver? You know.
Yeah, you go down.
Yep, that's right. It's down. The wooden staircase if Delver ditches you. He's never ditched me, but just in case,
It was the first time for everyone.
Okay.
Just
All
like you
right,
turning
well.
over this new leaf.
Very good.
Yeah, this is the first time I've tried. Okay. All right, so you guys have a great day, and if y'all need anything, I'll be around. Probably you maybe try to find Calliope. All right. Bye, you guys.
Bye.
You're out, Barnacle.
And with that, he kind of dips into another alley, and even as you kind of glimpse, he's kind of just immediately gone. As you have seen previously, he kind of steps from shadow to shadow. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. So you guys lead me. Where are you going?
I want to find food.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I want like
snack, a little rest.
I need a
I called
a
down one of
sweet
my
cake
croissants
recharge.
lately, but,
Okay. What kind of food are where are you going back up, or do you want to find food like just anywhere near? Are you asking someone how are you getting to food?
Yeah, no, I guess I would just kind of ask a couple people where the best bakery was here.
Make me an NPC. Give me just a basic something about them.
So I'm like waiting, or like we're walking, I guess, for a little bit, and we're talking about when to eat, and I look over and I see not one but two ladies walking this way, and they are older ladies. Yeah, and I'm like, hey, and I kind of, because we respect our elders in the Yin clan. Sorry, Mrs. Where in town do I find the best cake? The best cake. I need a cake. I need a really sweet cake because I'm sad.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, dear. Oh, that's horrible sad. What kind of cake are you looking for? Just a sweet cake, the sweetest one you can have. I like savory cakes. Have you ever had a savory cake?
Yeah.
Do you want a sweet cake? A sweet cake. Okay, well, listen.
Maybe one with spiders in it.
Ooh, what do you think, Juliette? I don't know what I think right now. I'm not thinking about it. Okay, all right, listen. So, I grew up she wouldn't like this at all, but I grew up in Shade's Cradle, and honestly, everything down there is just a little bit it's just a little bad for you, you know? So I might recommend, there are street vendors all over Shade's Cradle, and you can get a lot of food for very, very cheap. There's a little stall, it doesn't have a name, but you'll smell the honey cakes from as soon as you get down there. The oil, oh my God, I haven't had one in, oh my God, how long's it been since when you broke your ankle? Oh, my ankle, yes, I can't climb the steps anymore. No. So, you know, when her mouth kind of starts out, and she's just like looking over to her friend for like a confirmation, and the other one is like angry. But if you're looking for something nicer, obviously, you know, you could go to Redanzia for a day trip. Everything's nice up there. The pastries, the patisserie, you know, you could have anything you'd like up there.
That sounds frippy.
Would you like us to bring you back a cake?
Yeah.
I want to keep loving it.
Your ankles hurt?
Well, when I'd love cake. Yes, when are you going to be back? You can come down and come right back
As
up.
soon as he's not sad anymore. We'll
Who are you?
I'm
sorry.
Pleasure to meet you.
I'm Tedios. It's a pleasure.
All right, I'm Georgette, and this is my friend Juliette.
Georgette and Juliette. Well, isn't that adorable?
Well, we're sisters.
Oh my God, I could tell you're both so beautiful.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Juliette is like one of these ladies, you know, she's like looking like not happy at all to be stopped, and but Georgette is kind of stepping forward. Okay. So they do them two kind of ways. They have the honeyed ones, and then they have the honeyed ones, but it has a little bit of what is the did you remember? There's a little bit of fruit, but they powder it, they grate it, and then they sprinkle it on top. It's really good. The blue one is the best one. There's no blue fruit. They have it down there though. The blue fruit that they put on top of it is really good. If you could get me one of those, that would be really delicious.
Yeah.
I'm writing it down. Blue fruit cake for Georgette. I'm putting it on here. And you're going to be in this area?
All the time. I hang out, you know, this is my home's 1 block down the way, and I just kind of wander around the area. Yes. So you'll find me. I'll stay right. Yeah. Well, you know, you got to get, I've been to the physical therapy for the ankle.
The ankle.
So I try to keep a little sprightly, you know.
Look at her.
Okay. All right.
Well, I suppose we'll be on our way. Thank you so much. You're very helpful.
When will you be back?
I don't know.
We're gonna say whenever his sadness goes away.
I'm here every day.
Okay, should be today. Surely.
Yeah. I just should not
Unless
take.
We're dead.
I just need a cake. I just want a cake.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Is Juliette also like blue fruitcake?
Juliette kind of like, she's been grumpy, but you see like looking down, her eyebrows kind of pop up a little bit. like she kind of.
I remember chocolate.
And a chocolate.
She's immediately like, so her eyebrows pop up and she says,
well, the blue one's trash. They have a red one though.
Ooh.
You know, with the red one.
I like red.
Yeah. So, but I've just been, I've just gotten so fat, and
oh, you ladies are lovely.
No.
She kind of smiles to herself and like tucks her like gray hair behind her ear and stuff.
Or maybe just the one. That would be nice.
We all deserve one.
And it's year's end. I deserve a treat. I've been very good this year.
I believe
my
you.
doctor. I've done everything that he said.
No twisted ankles for you, huh?
No, never. No, she's clumsy.
Got strong ankles.
I am not. She's clumsy, and she knows it.
And they start bickering as they're walking off, kind of those ducks from Aristocats. Like they're just walking off, bickering at each other about who's clumsy. Like, all right.
So,
rolling down some stairs for a cake.
Yeah. Down we go, I suppose.
Okay. All right. So, Delver, you would know a lot more about this area and everything, so I'm gonna give you it. You know,
Delver, where are we going?
that way.
Like I said.
There really is only there are only a few ways at this point, unless you go into alleys. Then remember, this main thoroughfare just kind of wraps around the entirety of the city. So if you continue down kind of like a labyrinth, you will always be deposited at the end. This is a labyrinth, not a maze. So as you guys are continuing down and around, there is an area where you can see it kind of splits. And in one way, it continues at this time a steep up, okay? A steep stair that is climbing up, carved into the stone. The other side, though, going down, you see wooden steps. And this seems to be, as you've been progressing over the minutes, not hours, but you are noticing that things are getting colder, darker, and less nice. And as you reach here, there is an overlook that looks down into the black depths, but you can see that blue glowing from down below. And from here, you're close enough that you can see the waters sparkling down below. Looking across, it also seems that the cavern is narrowing as you get further down. So you can see the end of some of these waterfalls that are crashing around juts of rock, depositing down into that lake that you've been promised at the bottom. And now there is this giant stair that you can see some people making their way down, though very few making their way back up this time of day. And you, Kayla, do you have any questions?
Nope, it's sketchy. It's fine. I wanted to slum it. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. This is very much Jahiro's stairwell in Spirited Away. It is a long, rickety wooden staircase that kind of goes down and then begins branching further across, further down.
Scoops up for her emotional support chicken. You know. Okay. Put it right there.
And Delver, these stairs are a little bit intimidating if you haven't been up and down them, if you're less familiar with them. The rest of you, maybe not Tedios, who is very used to climbs. But Delver, what's your demeanor as you're going down these steps?
I mean, everyone's going up and down these all the time. They look rickety. It's got to be fine. They would fix it if it wasn't.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Like the trees that kind of blow in the wind that makes it better, because then it doesn't break.
I mean, I'm sure if someone fell, they would come back up and complain. So.
They would most certainly come. I would come back and complain. But I wouldn't fall. So.
Not drowning, no water, no
I mean, to be fair, I did fall on a different spot, but I did complain.
Different spot. Like kind of undying mushroom moment. Like I don't.
Well, I was fine. I was fine before then.
Yeah. Okay.
So, as you're traveling down these stairs, eventually you're finding what are different areas built again out of these kind of wooden slats on stilts. This is almost similar to Anora, although on a grand scale, to Blackgum Hollow, where there are the wooden slatted houses that are lifted into the air, except for it is vast. And again, it circles around. And at this point, the cavern is so narrow that you actually can see right across. Though it's at a distance, you can see the shapes of people moving around much more closely than up top. A whole community of people that are down here. You can see that down further in the water itself, still waters, that there are docks that are built into it, kind of crossing with each other, a maze. And there is a thick fog down here as well. There are even people that are kind of taking rafts and rowing across with poles across this area. And the people down here, certainly less fortunate. There are some people you're passing that are homeless beggars holding out kind of cups for change. There are people that are workmen. Some of them you can see actually have like soot on themselves, probably from the mines below. You can see fishermen that are walking home with kind of nets full of catch for the day. And
Tedios doesn't know
Delver-
what homeless people are. So when he walks by and there's people holding cups of change, he does reach to try to take some money from them. He's like, "Oh wow, people just giving money out down here."
I'm gonna need you to make a presence check for me, because as soon as you do, let's see,
You're going to get pushed out.
Chris, give me the NPC that he's reaching out for. Who is this?
This is One-Eyed Tom.
One-eyed Tom.
Okay,
Very well known.
There's like a bandage there across it. He's an older gentleman.
Older gentleman, orc.
Okay.
Very well liked in the community.
Oh, all right. This presence check all of a sudden gonna matter. Because as you go to reach it, this guy, hey, what are you doing there? This is mine.
I thought you were just handing it out.
That's what we're about to see.
One of them went flying. So that is a 14. You said a presence check?
Uh-huh.
That's a 14 with fear.
Okay. All right. That's pretty bad, guys. I'm going to take your fear, which for you again, Tedios, yours are those little bath tokens that I'm keeping. And in this case, as you do this, you see that Tom looks up with his one eye there, and you can see he is bandaged across the other one. He is disheveled. He is dressed in rags. But as he reaches up, he grabs your hand, and you can see that his arm is sinewy, like well muscled for down here. As he does this, just like your romance novels. Okay, that's okay. For a second, and this is the cup that he was jangling, he's reaching, or that his cup, he reaches with the other hand and sets down the coins, and he's gonna bring himself up to standing.
Which is much taller than me.
Much taller. This man, as he's kind of lifting himself up, you see like you're looking down below, kind of smiling, and then like you're watching as it goes to his full height, and he says, "We don't take kindly to thieves down here. I run a tight ship even among my kind. What are you doing down here?"
You were holding the cup out with money in it. I thought you were offering it to me.
I was asking for help from the people. Where are you from?
The entry. Where are you from?
Can I just walk up and grab Tedios and just like, I'm so sorry, he's not from around here. And just like shove him and like put some money in his cup.
I'm going. You put some money in his cup?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay.
I don't got much.
The problem is, guys, I do have full fear. I have maximum fear, so I can't take another fear. I have to go ahead and and I love this. I love this mechanic in Daggerheart, guys, right? So I'm going to go. So first, let's resolve this fear. The first thing, okay? So Tedios, you are from a nice society that takes care of its people. There is a large wealth of welfare and stuff. Now, at this moment, as you're seeing and looking him up and down, the concept of homelessness and of a disparity of wealth is kind of hitting you maybe for the first time. He's not here because he chooses to be. So yes, and he's holding your arm. It's not the aggression that's going to do it. It's not a fear as much as a deep-seated sadness of capitalism. Mark a stress for me as part of this, okay?
No.
Yeah, and I'm going to return that down.
Do you really need money?
well, real quick, Justin, I need you to make the next presence check, okay? But this one is going to be at advantage, so you're going to roll a d6 as well. Because remember, he's already stood up. We're seeing what we can do. I'm going to tell you the difficulty right now. I had set it at 15 for Steve. He was close. Yours is going to be one higher. It's 16, okay?
That'll be
So
fine.
presence check. Let's see.
It'll be good.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
24 with hope.
Ooh, incredible. Okay.
Wait, better than
Gene
me.
Screen said Tedios taking y'all's rep down the toilet so fast is wild. Okay.
Operation Cheer Up Ted's going great.
24 with hope. So tell me, Delver, you resolve this however you want. I know that you've put some money in. I know that his arm is still there. What are you doing? Are you shepherding him out of the way? Are you
Yeah, I'm just kind
recognizing
of
him? What's
like
happening?
grab onto him, kind of pushing him out of the way, and then just like drop some in there. And just, yeah, he's not from around here. We're sorry.
The questions start kind of pouring out.
And I also pick up.
What is happening here? What is going on, guys?
Is anyone currently holding Bill? If not, I will pick up Bill and just like make sure that no one's like that's not reachable by anyone else.
Oh my god.
You can also see, by the way, as part of what I had anticipated might have been happening because Chris had made pillar of the community, Tom. You can see a couple of other of the vagrants here. Oh, maybe that's not a polite word. A couple of the other unhoused people here
Urchin.
are... Yeah, urchins. Yeah, that is a Dungeons
That
and
is the Dungeons
Dragons
and
term.
Dragons
Yeah.
term.
So are beginning to we're already standing as well, and we're beginning to come over as this throng of people kind of Delver showcasing the reason that y'all brought him here, guys. Kind of shoulders you, tosses some coins in there, scoops up Bill and utters some apologies and begins making his way with you. Some of the homeless people though, Ted, as you're like looking back as y'all are continuing down, you can see that they all kind of come up to like Ted and they are like talking with each other and watching you. And Tom at some point just kind of like shrugs and like begins to sit down, though they all sit down together at this point. But yeah, good, like what a good little storytelling mechanism here. Very good.
Remind me of Hobo Tough Life.
Hobo Tough Life. Such a good video.
Around.
Guys.
Yeah,
So good.
such a good game.
Mhm. Yep.
Eventually, if we get like around the corner, I will get on like down on a knee to get eye level. Tedios like can't do that. They
Out
will
of
pull
one
us.
knee, like he's the dad.
What is happening? Those people just live out just without like, what's going on?
They don't got money.
I'm gonna take Bill back from you so you can scold him properly. I just
There
want my
you go.
chicken back.
I would like
Go ahead
to.
and
I'm
walk
gonna
around.
go
Like I
ahead.
said, they're starving.
Okay.
I love what's happening here so much that I just want to use, again, Daggerheart mechanics to really continue illustrating the point down here. Tedios, I think you have like a +2 instinct, right?
I do.
Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you, at this point, again, disillusioned, okay? You're realizing, so you like start peering around, seeing
Splash
everything in a new light.
shatters.
With that high instinct, I'm going to use your other fear that I have, because you notice at this point you see a small fawn girl and you see that she's there standing next to a person who is sleeping on the ground, similar to Tom. And you see she kind of reaches in and she is reaching into his bag and steals some stuff out of his bag and is holding it there. Some of it is like kind of molded food and other of it is like just very, very small amount of money, but she's holding it there kind of with her eyes wide. She has dirt across her face. Her ears kind of flicker a little bit. And then she looks up and you kind of catch her eyes and she startles and then gallops off into the distance. Take another stress as your concept of what the fuck is happening down here is just getting stronger. Okay.
I could tell you are new to capitalism. Let's.
Not
I wanna
Honora.
get back to-
Honora's like, there's
I don't know where you
sovereigns
are
happening
from.
somewhere.
But if you're needing like to give back to the community, we're going to go down fishing. If we get extras that aren't what we're looking for, you just drop some off on the way back up.
For sure.
I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
may be-
real quick. I want to use my inspirational words. I'm gonna erase one because I get one for each of my presents. And I'm gonna talk to Ted, and I'm like, yeah, if the fish, we only need the pearl ones. I bet the other scales we could give them to people, and they could sell them, and that's gonna give him clearer stress.
Very good.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
if we're not using stuff and these people need it, we need to be helping these people.
We can do that.
We can't solve all the problems today.
Look at pearl ones.
That's what I was
is a
thinking too. I have
microcosm.
my Nomad pack. Could I spend a hope to let Ted maybe pull some food out and feed some people?
Sure.
Maybe you
Yes.
him like feeding some birds at a park.
Yeah. I would 100% let that work. 100%. Yeah. What kind of food are you pulling out of your nomadic pack?
I'd say maybe
Like
leave it up.
pigeons in the park is
Whatever.
wild, though. Also.
Giving pigeons, but
Okay,
it just felt right in the moment.
Yeah.
Like a bowl of soup comes out of the
So,
bag.
listen, the nomadic pack is back, baby. You know. Like,
Woo!
yeah. So maybe some Tedios. What kind of foods are in the pack? The level of stress that Teddy's going through right now.
Maybe just some maybe some of that fucking Lord of the Rings elven bread. Do we have any of that in there?
Lembas
Lembas
bread,
bread.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So what it is like hardtack.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like hardtack. So it's like crackers, almost bread. Yeah, 100%. But it does have grains in it. It's very healthy and everything. And Ted, as he's passing, he is encountering the kind of situation that a lot of us that were from very small towns the first time we went to a big city, where we're like, I have to give every person something. And then you have yeah, and at the end of it, you're like, I think I can't help, but you're just giving everybody.
So we can't solve all the problems right now. We got to go somewhere else, and then we can solve them, or we just forget about them. That's our
sad.
options.
It is sad. Yeah, the world that we live in. Also, Gene Screen said, did I hear a little girl is robbing Tom? I do want to clarify. It wasn't Tom, but yeah, robbing one of the other homeless people.
One-eyed
Just a-
Tom.
Yeah.
It was a
One,
different Tom.
different Tom.
Different
There are
Tom.
so many Toms.
There's so many
It's a
Toms.
cultural name. It's a cultural
It is
name.
a cultural
Yeah.
name.
Like when y'all got into the town of Hush and everybody had this accent. That wasn't a Rachel mistake. That was just cultural stuff. Yeah.
The dialect
So-
of the town.
The violence. So
Yeah, I'll
But-
take it, and I'm gonna apologize to Tom, and I'm gonna be like,
oh,
I'm so sorry, I didn't know, and I'm gonna give him some bread. And I'm like, you can hand this out to the people that you think need it most.
Because he's a
Okay.
pillar of the community.
Yeah.
oh God, it's so good. But a couple things are happening here.
Uh-oh.
The first thing is that
Good.
there are three of them sitting there together right now, and as you approach, you do see that one of them is kind of an older woman, kind of rocking back and forth, and you think and she does have her cup out, right? But you see that as that happens, she hasn't moved, but she must have a pretty okay instinct, because you see that she reaches her hand under her arm and you see a little glint of something. You recognize she probably has a weapon of some kind, even though she's not making eye contact. Tom also has sat up a little straighter as you were coming and was beginning to glare, and then when you hand it out, he kind of looks, he has a face of consternation. Why? I hate to ask for it. I think I have to ask for another persuasion check.
Okay.
I'll give it an advantage as well. I will give this one an advantage as well, because you are coming back and giving stuff, but it's just so sketchy. You know what I mean?
Right.
16 as well. 16 as well.
Okay.
Because we're about to start hobo fights. We're gonna
I
do that.
know. I know. He went back to Tom, not the pillar.
I know,
of the
but it's
community.
because he's got a good heart. He's got a good heart.
Oh,
you know?
this is fine. It's with hope or with advantage is the D6, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I got
absolutely. And
I got a 16 and a 5 on the D6.
Oh, incredible.
It is fear. It is still fear.
Have fear back, Rachel.
oh my gosh.
I am rolling
This is-
lots of fear tonight.
Major Paul, thank you so much for the gift subscription. That's so sweet. You gave Wither and Bloom Studios one. And also, hi, Wither and Bloom Studios. I hope you guys are doing great. That's so cool. Oh my God, so good. Thank you so much. Okay, so absolutely, that is going to succeed. And that was with hope, right?
Fear. That was with fear.
Fear. Oh, okay, all right. This is okay. This is okay. I'm not going to use it immediately. I'm going to collect it. But 21 is high enough of a check that I'm just going to let him, like, in that moment, he is just going to recognize in your face just a person of innocence. And he is going to kind of take it, and he's, thank you. And he kind of grumbles down, and he, like, pats the woman on the shoulder, and you see her kind of immediately relinquish, and she stops, like, rocking back and forth and kind of looks up to you. She is kind of glaring, but you can see that Tom is looking just a little bit confused about you and stuff. Where are you from?
I'm from the yin tree. It's far from here.
You said that before. What's the yin tree?
Well, it's a really nice place, and you know, we help people out a lot, and we're just like it's strange. So no one helps you guys down here, like, at all?
No.
Why? Why aren't you helping each other out? Why aren't they
I'm just
helping?
gonna go over to Ted
Says
and
the old
just,
woman.
like, be pulling on his sleeve. I'm just gonna be like, hey.
I'm so sorry. We do have
pulled,
somewhere to go.
My friend,
Yeah.
Juliette and Georgette, we were gonna get something for them.
You're
We
right.
have to
You're right.
go.
I'm
We're
so
on a
sorry.
timeline.
I'm so sorry. But I'm gonna pick your brain later, Tom.
Tom, as you're going to leave, I'm going to say he's going to grab your arm once more, but it's softer. It's a little bit more gentle, and he's gonna kind of like look up at you with his one eye, and
Wasn't always like this. If you're interested in doing some real good, we meet as a group down here. 3 days
Yes.
time, we'll have our next session. We're gonna make a difference soon.
That sounds ominous. He's gonna bomb things. Oh, no.
All right. Okay. Well, 3 days time in this area.
At the very bottom of Shade's Cradle, before you get to Finger's Reach.
I will pull and like kind of dig in my bag a little bit, and I'll pull out one of my bath tokens that I have with me, and I'll say, "This isn't worth anything, but it's worth a lot to me," and I'll give it to him, and I'll just like kind of pat his hand and then head off with Honora.
okay, as you hand him the bath token, he's going to reach into a small bag behind him, and he pulls out a very small token. He's going to press it into your hand like hard, and as you're walking away and looking at it, I don't know that you would recognize it. So, like, because we don't have like religion checks in this. So I mean, I'll tell you what it looks like first. Okay.
Right.
What it looks like is just a hand, but the fingers look to be very long, and inside of the palm there is an open eye. Okay. I will let you specifically make a knowledge check.
Is it an eye?
Uh-huh.
Anything like the stuff that was on
Neck eye?
the trees?
That our old friends got.
Seems a little bit different.
Sorry, not that Delver knows
It's
anything
more of
about
like
that.
it's more of like a diamond with a circle inside of it than it is like an actual oval-y eye. Go ahead, Teddy.
I got a 20 with fear.
Okay. Well, with fear, so man, okay, incredible. So, great. I'm gonna take this to start a countdown die.
I'm
take it.
fucking
I
shit up,
take it.
guys.
A D6, and I'm gonna make it a 5.
I had to
We're
make
gonna
it
get jumped
over the
back
Nora,
computer.
under her breath, is like, this is exactly how you start a coup.
Ted, you're hyping up the entry. All the homeless people are just gonna move there.
So, with a 20,
We'll put them to work.
Being from the Yin tree, it makes sense that you might know some things, okay? Like, now,
Not about poor, but...
I need you to remember this in regards to who Tedios is. Remember, guys, you learn who your character is at table, right? Like, you find out more about your character. This is going to be something that impacts Tedios for a long time, is that apparently you have some light religious studies in your history. Okay, the deities have absconded from the lands. Okay, they're really not here anymore, except for the faint divinities that still do exist in certain territories. That doesn't mean that all worship of the divine is gone. This is a symbol of a very old god, and in point of fact, it's bastardized a little bit. You know that it used to just be a hand. Okay. It used to be before a cataclysmic event that altered the world. It was a symbol of a god long past that is dipped beyond the shadow, the veil to the circles. Oh, not the circles below, but the heavens, effectively, the heavens above. This was a sign of the righteous. This was a sign of a warrior and a good aligned deity. The world doesn't function in these terms anymore. But that's what you see. Okay. And again, it has been evolved. You don't know all of the context of the new iteration of this. But certainly it's a symbol of something, and doing good, righteousness, good aligned stuff.
Dig it.
You guys?
But it's been bastardized.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. Crazy, guys. Hi,
Cradle
the Giant. Hi, Sean. Sean's here.
I'm going to pass Bill back, because I'm like, I feel like you need this right now. The emotional support chicken.
Ted's learning stuff. Ted's going through it.
Yeah.
Good, it keeps his hands busy. You can't grab stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, part of it. Trying to keep him distracted.
Yeah, very good. All right, so as you guys are going further and further down, though, eventually you are hearing more of a thoroughfare, a lot of the clanking of metal, and you're smelling some delicious, salty smelling foods. We all know that historically the people with the least money make the most delicious foods, and you can smell it down here. Spices galore, right? The smell of meat, the smell of sweet items, lots of oil. You can smell fresh, spicy vegetables down here. And turning and looking to your right, there is an alley here where there are hawkers and little food stands. I want you all to come with me to kind of an Asian stall market, effectively, where a lot of people are bartering for different things, trading fruits. It certainly is. Just because people are poor down here doesn't mean that they don't have some money to exist, and tons of street vendor food.
I think there's a cart where they're serving. Initially, from the distance, you think it's like corn dogs, but you get closer and you realize it's actually ribs from some type of creature, and they just fry the hell out of it, and you just eat it off the rib.
So good. Oh yes. Yeah. What else, guys?
Another stall where they keep like different kinds of, bigger insects in cages, like butterflies and stuff. And there is someone actively paying for a spider, and they're pulling it out, and they're butchering the spider in front of them, and they're packing them in little butcher paper bags.
Yeah, incredible. Yeah, just packaging it up. Yes, they absolutely are. Yep. What else, guys?
There's like a carnival game that frogs are playing where there's like flies in a jar, and they're like throwing stuff to break the jar and get the flies.
So good. Absolutely. Yes.
Someone with some arcane power is like running an ice cream, kind of like one of those frozen yogurt like roll shops.
One of the little kids is like standing there, and again, this one is pretty. This child is fairly clean, though certainly like scruffy looking, and you can see that the man kind of takes like the ice cream, and it is in a cone. Do you like a cone, or is it a cup? What is it?
I feel like a cone. They want to eat as much as they can.
Yeah. So it's in a cone and everything, and he's dipping it into some kind of powdered thing. This one seems to be like green and crunchy, and he's flicking some like red sauce onto it and handing it over to the child. Absolutely. Also, you guys have gotten so fucking good at Daggerheart that I don't ask anymore. Y'all just tell me about the world, and I love it. It's so good, guys. Yeah, incredible. Anything that y'all are getting, just tell me what y'all are doing as y'all are walking through.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got my eyes peeled. I'm looking for a cake stand.
Yeah,
we told
I'm
two old ladies we were going to bring them some cake.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like at one point the bug stand, I like passed by the large bug stand, but like in the back are just like extremely long bug legs. It's like some kind of big bug that lives down there. It's like that would be pretty good after that. It's just a big old bug leg.
Sure, you could get one.
Yeah.
Down here, guys, remember, this is going to be that, like, tipping is a free action in Daggerheart. We don't have, like, small amounts of money and stuff, so anything you want, grab. You know what I mean? Y'all can just be snacking, okay?
Bring a Nora.
I was being true because I spent all my money,
Yeah.
You're gonna get the classic.
No, I am saving it for the cake area. It's very important.
Shrek spider webs on a stick.
Yeah.
Delicious. Incredible. Absolutely. It's kind of like twirled around like kind of a sweet treat, but it's spicy. It's like powdered with something spicy and everything. Kind of I'm really like thinking about tamarindos and stuff, you know?
Oh, I was thinking like tagine.
Yes, tahine. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, great. And eventually, you guys, some of you loaded with like eating like a bug leg and stuff. You realize why that older lady at the end was like, you know, like everything down here is delicious. The energy here is a very boisterous, happy place for people to be, if a little bit aggressive with some of the haggling and everything. But eventually you can smell the sweetest smell in the vicinity and quite oiled, right? And you can see that there is an area where it is predominantly women that are kind of crowded around outside, and they're all like yelling to a full stand of people, and those people are behind taking orders, and you can see like a flat top area where they're kind of taking ladlefuls of some kind of mixture that they place in it, kind of like a pancake, and it rises very high as they're doing it. You can see it's like almost cloud consistency. They flip them over, and then you see as they kind of throw it to someone else, they dunk it into hot oil immediately and then pull it out, poke 3 of them onto a stick at once, and then they're taking them and honeying them and asking the people for which kind of powder they want. Some people are choosing more savory items, some people are choosing sweeter ones, but they're all walking away with some kind of version of this. Some have like one and then cream and then another one stacked. Other ones have 3 on it that seem to be glazed in some kind of rich sauce. What are you guys getting? I know, Tedios, this is your drive for being here.
Yeah. When I finally get to where they're gonna take my order, I'm like, the sweetest thing you can make, just the sweet. I want my back tooth to fall out.
Gross. All right, we got you. Like they're like immediately like nodding. That's gonna be and they're like talking with coins with you, but immediately they're all talking with each other. One of the ladies there standing kind of looks over you. It was we've like they're all talking to each other and bickering, but immediately you see like one of them, this one is just flipping everything, and you see as they're moving through, they're like putting a nozzle thing into side of this like little cake, and they're filling it with some kind of sweet sauce, and then again dunking it a second time, powdering it. And as it comes out, it is served, this one in kind of a little paper bowl container because it's been sauced on top with more items. It is blue, it is pink, it is purple, and it has cream on the top of it as they're handing it to you.
Yeah. Tedios just finds a spot and just sits on his ass and just starts eating.
Mission accomplished. It's happy again.
Oh, perfect. I love that.
Yeah, right after as Ted's got their attention, Tank will go up and say, "Let me get 2, 3 of the blue ones, 3 of the red ones."
Absolutely. All right. And they make those for you and immediately like hand them over, you kind of exchanging some coins back with them and everything. One of them does kind of stop after seeing 2 of you come up, kind of stops the hand of one of them and grabs one of the coins, kind of eyes it, tries to crack. It works just fine and they let him continue and everything. But yeah, absolutely. You walk away with your prize. Again, warm, delicious. Yeah.
Is that, are some of those for our friends?
Yeah, I figured.
Okay, I was making sure.
One for each of them.
I didn't double
2 more
order.
for anyone who wants to try them.
I got you. I'm gonna order one that has like one that's just filled with flies, just like a fly cream filling.
Incredible. Absolutely. They bring out like a special jar for that. And it is kind of like I'm thinking of those sticky consistencies that they like spin a stick in and it makes like do you know what I'm talking about? Like the
Sounds
bean.
amazing.
Yeah. Perfect. Delicious.
Beautiful.
Incredible. Yeah. Great. Well done, guys.
I'm just
So you
sitting, my
all-
little feet are squishing.
I love that we had such a dark part that we literally had to go get sweet food
Yes.
in our fantasy game to be happy again. We were like, it's time.
That was a lot. That was
Full
a lot.
circle.
Self-care, you know? Okay. All right.
I busted
Okay.
mine open and I'm sharing half of it with Bill. He's eating the flies out of it because that's what he likes too. So
I love that. Okay. Incredible. Yeah. Perfect.
Since Ted made that teeth comment, Tank's just kind of lurking around,
so
looking for any little straggling teeth.
Yeah. As you guys are all sitting enjoying this, I know that Ted has a +2 to instinct. So
I do too. I wasn't like eating at the moment, so I was just kind of just hanging out watching.
great. Then I'm going to give this to you instead. You see that as you're sitting in this area and like looking around, and again, there is a lot of fog, there's a lot of activity, but you've kind of stepped into the front of this alley as you are eating. Tedio's there sitting on like a small bench, just filling his face. But you can see
on the ground, just ass on the ground.
He's on the ground, ass on the ground, just like feet up. You see though, walking through the mist, someone who you recognize a difference in the demeanor immediately. And you recognize what looks to be kind of a hood, but very nice quality. And bulging at the side, and as you're looking, you can see it's because there is fur that's coming from around the neck and going down. You also unmistakably see the glint of a small sparkling stone that from inside of the hood, that is not pulled down fully, is set there in the center. Now, again, if we had just played last week, I would probably make you check to see if you could recognize them, but it's been 2 months. I'm going to take it easy on you guys. You notice that this is the woman who you had seen inside of the Fighters Guild, who was asking for Meg to let everyone go for the day's work because she had council business. I don't know why I'm doing these, but council business to attend to the next day. But then when you had actually completed your test, you remember that you came up into the tavern above and had seen her still skulking around with her hood up and kind of clocking your stones, had sneered a bit before exiting. And you watch as she kind of hands some coins to one of these riverboat people, although it's not a river, and steps down onto a raft. And he begins taking that long pole and taking her across the lake, you see, to the other side.
We clocked her, or she
a cavern. What?
We clocked her, or she saw us and we noticed her seeing us, or we just noticed her.
You just noticed her in the tavern. I mean, she certainly saw you in the tavern, but she didn't notice that you saw her. Yeah, and not here either. Yeah, you're seeing her there, but she's just heading that way. You know also that she's heading towards the direction where Fingers Reach is. And that would be the first place to the depth.
That was so good. I'm so full. Where are we going now?
I lean back out from the door. I'm like, hey, you want to do some snooping?
Snooping.
Is the snooping
Looks-
going to cause a coup in any way?
Who knows?
Interesting.
All I
Light
know is,
snooping, then we get the cakes.
I mean, they're cakes. So it's
Light
not like a worm cake,
snooping,
right?
then we take the cakes. I can get behind that.
Yeah,
light snooping,
light
not
snooping.
too much snooping.
Yeah.
Just enough snooping.
And as
There's
adventurers,
a battle between now and then. I will be upset.
if it happens, you can
Have a
sit out.
short rest. There was a short rest after the Fighters Guild thing. If you
Yeah,
were
no, I'm
attending.
okay. And I ate we said light snooping. That doesn't
Oh, I see what you
involve
mean.
fighting. Yes,
Sneak
yes.
mission
No,
failed
I
on the
ate a
sneak mission
croissant
yet?
immediately. I'm good.
Da-da-da. Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, tell me what you guys are doing.
Even though we took a short rest earlier, I could still use another 2 short rests.
Okay.
But that'd be-
You want a short rest again? Is that what you're saying? On the boat, on the way across to do our light snooping, we short
There you
rest.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, no, because that's not long enough for a short rest. I
Ah.
have to find a
we
location.
also just like sat
I
and ate.
actually would say though, I would say like if y'all are willing to let the day progress and everything, y'all could have taken a short rest as y'all were eating and everything. But tell me about your short rest activities, as I like to hear. So go ahead, yeah.
Let me go. Oh, look good.
And this will be the last short rest of the day that you guys can take because you've already taken 1. I only really allow 2 per day.
Do you, try. You do 2 short rest things. Okay. And since I got
Yeah.
my new stick, I have to use one of the things towards it if I want to use it. Otherwise, it gets
Oh my
upset.
gosh! Wait! I forgot. I need to check back on the rulings. I think it is in 1.5, so I'm just gonna go with it. I don't need to do my limit on short rests anymore because I get stuff in short rests too.
Yeah,
So
make bad things
take as
happen.
many as you want. I am counting down the tick, the
Ooh.
countdown die.
I don't
Out
like
of 4.
ticks.
And I'm
I'll check you for
gaining-
ticks. All right. I'm gonna do some tending of wounds and talking to my new stick.
Oh, how good are you? I've got an ability for soothing speech during a short rest when you use the tend to wounds downtime. Move on another character. They get to heal an extra hit point. Would you like me to do? How many do you need?
I need 4, and I'm about to roll a d4.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do the soothing speech ability. So
Oh,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
helping you, so you get to do an extra
That
one.
gets me exactly
Like,
how
oh my
many I
god,
need.
that looks really bad.
That was exactly enough.
I'm going to
We
do
get
the same
2
thing.
options or 1.
Two options. Yeah.
I'm going to heal myself a little bit. Just
Great. Great.
the beautiful, delicious snack that I'm. It is replenishing my life.
Replenishing your life. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
And then after I get done, I'll dust my chest off with my new shiny rock that activates my armor. And I'll repair my armor.
Oh, that's yeah. Point of order, Justin. You got the staff, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I thought it was I didn't tell it a secret, but no, it is you. You as the stick have to ask me a question.
Oh, me as a stick, and that's one of your short time actions,
Yes.
right? Like, okay,
That's,
great.
during a rest, you must spend one of your downtime actions answering its questions, or every attack made with it until the next rest is at disadvantage.
Okay.
Ah.
But
I
I can
love
also use
this.
other sticks if I need.
I
That's
love
cool.
it so much. All right, so tell me, Kayla, this staff is not going to speak aloud. It's going to be happening into Delver's mind, okay?
Well,
But there, uh-huh.
well, I mean, its whole thing is like whenever I'm using it, and how we kind of described it was like it's normally looks like just a rock on a stick, or it's a
Yeah.
stick made of rock, and then as kind of the day goes on, it slowly like forms into faces, and then they will actually
Yes,
like
that's
if I don't
right.
answer his question, they will just start talking when I go to hit, and that's what distracts me. Yeah.
That's right. Okay. And it's multiple faces. Yeah. So I want Kayla, one of them, so they've all been kind of arresting, but one of them, as you're all sitting there short resting, kind of wakes up. Tell me about this one. Tell me about this face on it, and like give it a personality. Can I have a personality?
I'm Okay, like it's like a shriveled head, you know what I mean, that people would collect from like, you know, Mayan temples and stuff like that. So, and it's just like, it's very gummy and it talks like this, and you can't tell if it's a man or a woman.
I don't know that I can
But
talk
it does
like
have
that.
a little ponytail up here. It's like, you know, we're gonna say black hair ponytail. Yeah.
I've been in that place for time. That's hard to do. How are you?
I'm Delver. Who are you? Can't do that voice.
I can't do that. What did you Delver from where? Delvin from when? Delvin from what?
Delver's just what they call me. Ever since I fell down into a cave.
Stupid. Ooh, I've been in a cave. What cave? Maybe it's the cave that I was from.
It's from down below here. It was kind of, you know, off limits.
Where are we? I can't see. Turn me around. Oh.
No, I can't.
Don't you go away when I answer your questions?
No, no, I do not. All right, and I've changed it. This one's talking out loud. It has to by nature of the distraction thing. So y'all are all listening to this thing talking. Like,
well, when I answer the questions, it goes away and goes back to normal.
Yeah. About that time.
At the end of the downtime.
At the end of the downtime, which is a while. Like, so, and we are not doing this every time. Just to be clear, guys. I'm inviting you all to participate in some bullshit this one. No, I can't.
You can let us all make a different one, and then you can choose one at random.
Wake me up when we're in Redanzia. Like it up there. Like it's gonna go to sleep, and it's just like it's a, and like just pauses like that. And it's just there in that face.
Got like a whetstone trying to smooth it back over.
It's not changing.
Thank you, Kayla, for that. Sindo Window enjoyed it. All right. Okay, but you guys have gotten to the end of your short rest at this point, guys. And at that point...
real quick, I cleared a stress and I prepared for battle tomorrow.
So
Yes, out of my romance book, that's how I cleared my stress. And also how I prepared, because I was looking at like the one-liners in the battle scenes, and I was like, yeah, that would be a good thing to say.
Just like in my romance novels.
Yes.
Incredible.
And then, I prepared, and then I worked on my little project, my little talisman.
Oh, that's right. How many ticks do you have left?
Like 16.
No,
wait,
I
is
don't
that
think
on the short rest? Or was a long rest?
You could use it on either, honestly. Like, you could certainly use it on either because you have the letters too. Like, so, but you were at 16 originally. We dropped it to 15 the first time you used it. So now with another one, you're at 14.
Okay, 14.
You document though. My brain has a lot in it, you know. Perfect though, guys. Okay, so at that point, as we're closing out, Delver, you there asking the group if they want to get into some light shenanigans, some light snooping. You take them all to one of these rafts, I assume, paying. Yeah, go ahead. You tell me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hop in there is like, follow that other boat.
So
taxi thing, yeah.
This is just like this is actually another fungrel, though this one is well built, and his head comes into kind of just a point. Okay, this one is like very muscular. Yes.
So that felt like a disc, but okay.
I said, surely. I mean, like, you're well built of dead body. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but as you all step onto it, you hear kind of a low. You cannot see where the mouth on this fungrel is, but you see a low kind of.
Hey, but so you know, I can't hear those. Just FYI.
Yeah,
if you want to eat this, you can.
Okay. You begin taking the pole into the mist. More mist, guys. Following ahead. a lantern of blue light that is swinging across in this blue lit fog down here. And that is where we're going to close for tonight for our first episode back. You guys on the trail of one of the members of the Fighters Guild. And that's it, guys. We'll pick up here next time. Woo!
felt good, felt fun, and this is delayed on the shout out and everything. Thank you, Wither and Bloom. We like a nice game. We never introduced our characters at the beginning of the game.
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, well, thank you guys all so much for hanging in there with us. First stream back, we are planning on doing most Sundays. We've learned our lesson a little bit about making my brain sad, so we'll be taking off a little bit more frequently here and there. But thank you guys so much for coming to watch us today. I love every one of you. GG, Cinder Window, Wither and Bloom, Studios, Major Paul, Gene Screen, Final Brain
and all those
Cell.
Subscriptions too. That was crazy.
All those subscriptions. Thank you guys so much. Crit Hit the Giant was in. We had just everybody. It was great to see you guys. And I think I know that there is one last piece that I usually forget, but I'm not going to forget it this time. Steven, take it away.
So if you haven't already, make sure you join our Discord. We are over on X. You can even find us on Instagram. And then obviously, if you're watching us live, you're here on Twitch. And if you're not watching us live, you're probably on YouTube. So
if you're watching us somewhere else, how the fuck are you doing that?
Really, you should let us know. We need to know.
Yeah, gotta get those optics. Yeah, wild. We're a GIF. GIF. Anyway, that's all, folks. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a great rest of your night, and we will talk soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
And now remember, Steven, go to end stream.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm playing Tedios. I am a ranger. What is the actual beastbound? It's a beastbound ranger. I am part simian, part dwarf. The dwarf is very far gone. You don't see it at all anymore, actually. And then I have a companion, Bill, and he is my now emotional support chicken for Enora, but just general good chicken. Good chicken.
And then we have Enora.
Actually, it's Tank now.
Just kidding. Then we have Tank.
Hi, I'm Tank. I'm a Call of the Brave warrior. I'm a fairy human hybrid, and I'm an aspiring tooth fairy.
And now we have Enora. Yes. Okay, now we have Enora.
I'm playing Princess Enora Fiddleleaf. She is a highborn ribbit bard, and she's shirking her royal responsibilities to go wandering the depths.
It's one of my favorite introductions to a character ever. And then the latest addition to the team who's going to be guiding them throughout their delve tonight, Delver.
Yes, I am playing Delver, our resident tallboy. I'm an Orderborn Mushman wizard, School of Knowledge specifically. But yeah, I'm kind of half human, half fungal. At the moment. Yeah, Shrooman, Mushman, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm from here. Well, happy to be back. You know, investigating and checking it out. Haven't been here in a while. It's probably changed a little bit, but yeah. Hopefully, I don't get a
And
skill.
decaying by the day.
We shall see. We know nothing about any of it yet here at the start of our game.
Very much not.
All right. Well, thank you
Calling it
guys
now.
all so
I'm gonna
much.
get the frog to lick a rock. I'm calling it now.
That sounds crazy. No way.